Pick 14, round 1, I have the Ravens selecting cornerback Trent McDuffie. Love the versatility that he brings to our secondary. Very comfortable in zone coverages, man coverages. He can play inside. He can play outside. That mix and match with Marlon in that regard, to me, is very attractive. Being able to sculpt matchups, even in game, with a piece like Trent, the interchangeability with Marlon in particular outside or in the slot. Those deep thirds coverages, Marcus Peters is exceptional at those. So is Trent. With Marcus Williams in the middle of the field, just have all kind of flexibility on the back end. Not to mention bringing in Brandon Stevens or Darius Washington, both of whom have safety flexibility as well as being able to cover nickel situation. I love the secondary generally shaping up this way with him being added in. He's competitive. He's physical. He's very smooth. And I really like this pick for the Ravens. In round 2, I have the Ravens trading up to the second spot in round 2, trading with the Detroit Lions and selecting edge rusher, outside linebacker out of Penn State, Arnold Ebukati. The Ravens are going to give up pick 45 along with pick 100, which is their compensatory pick at the end of round 3, to trade up with Detroit. After Detroit's third round selection at 97, they don't have another pick until the back end of round 5. The Ravens moving up to get Ebukati, I think, get a bona fide pass rusher. I went back and studied him during his time at Temple, specifically in 2020, and it cemented to me the fact that this guy's just a natural pass rusher. He had 4 sacks in 6 games, 4 sacks, 8 tackles for loss at Temple, transferred over to Penn State, really blew up last year in terms of production. He is one of my favorite players in the entire draft. I love the pairing of Ebukati and Owe moving forward. I do believe the Ravens will sign a veteran pass rusher to bring him along a little bit in the run game, but this guy is exciting off the edge. He fills a big need. I think the sky's the limit. He's just scratching the surface of what he will become, and I think the Ravens will get him in there on third down and let him hunt the quarterback. At pick 76 in round 3, I have the Ravens selecting offensive tackle Rasheed Walker out of Penn State. I've drafted him before in these mock drafts. Rasheed's my favorite day 2 tackle. I think he can play left tackle, right tackle. I think you can slide him in a pinch in the event that Ronnie Stanley either goes down or is not ready, and let him take his lumps. I think he's a very balanced tackle with a ton of upside, and I do think he's a starter in the league. With pick 110 in the 4th round, I have the Ravens trading up with Arizona to pick number 87 in the 3rd round to select D lineman Phidarian Mathis. In this trade, the Ravens will give up pick 110, pick 119, and pick 141, all of which are 4th round picks. The Cardinals have no 4th round selections, no 5th round selections. In addition to pick 87, the Cardinals will deal back pick 201 in the 6th round. To me, they need someone who can play multiple positions. Mathis can certainly do that. He can 2-gap at nose. He can play 5 tech. He can play 3 tech. He'll run through a wall for you. That's the sort of D-line prospect I believe the Ravens are after. And I don't see that type of prospect available much past the 3rd round. There's some good nose tackle prospects. There's some developmental prospects like the kid out of Iowa State, Booker out of Stanford. But those guys, to me, are well behind Phidarian Mathis. And if he is around in the mid-3rd round, you give up those 3 picks, you go get him. At pick 128 in the 4th round, I have the Ravens selecting cornerback Jalen Watson out of Washington State. Jalen is primarily a man corner, press at the line, off man, some quarter style coverages. He's 6'2", 200 pounds, physical, DB, assignment sound, very good numbers athletically. He's also an experienced gunner on special teams. I think Jalen is someone the Ravens will be excited to draft early on day 3. In round 4, with the 139th pick, I have the Baltimore Ravens selecting running back Kieran Williams out of Notre Dame. Talked about Kieran a lot. He, too, is one of my favorite players. Kieran may be missing what most people think of as home run speed. He has everything else. He has A-plus vision, very good blocker in pass protection. He has great make you miss. As I said, he sees the field great, and he's a good receiver out of the backfield. In the 6th round at pick 196, I have the Ravens selecting Trey Turner, wide receiver, Virginia Tech. Trey has excellent hands. He's a very good route runner. Puts me in the mind a little bit of Antoine Wesley, and I think he's a little bit underrated. Some of that has to do with the quarterback play at Virginia Tech. In round 6 at pick 201, this is a pick the Ravens received in their trading up for Fedarian Mathis from the Cardinals. I have the Ravens selecting center, interior offensive lineman Brock Hoffman, Virginia Tech. Brock fits right in Baltimore. He is a nasty run blocker who loves to finish. Brock has positional versatility, has even played some right tackle in a pinch, but I see him as a starter in the league at the center position.